You ought to stay away from the pipe. They say you can drown in even an inch of water. The garden's like a child. It always needed something. But we ought to be self-sufficient these days. That was all I needed for tonight. Now, I focused on the garden. The seeds are beneath the porch, which kept them safe from the sun. I always wanted to plant the flowers, but we needed space for the beets. After that, I dragged the bag of seeds again, my legs aching, and dropped it back under the house. I never saw my nothing, but I knew there were wild animals around. Then I watered the beet seeds. Surprisingly, the summer heat hadn't gotten to the water yet. The wood's rotting more. This bus used to be your favorite hiding spot. Now it's just taking up space. After that, I watered the tomatoes as well. I used to overwater everything. Didn't think there could be too much of a good thing. Now that I was done with the garden, I could start on dinner. He's already gone. Empty. This door doesn't open anymore. There's something stuck inside the keyhole. This house liked to sap my strength. Like a vulture, hungry, always. Sometimes I starved no matter what I did. There's always some kind of mess here. You can't remember what he wanted up here.
Welcome home, Angie. Tonight's recipe is hearty venison stew. Mix noodles, venison, diced tomato, and 2 sprigs of thyme in a pot. Cook on medium heat. Remove after 30 seconds. Dinner's ready.
I didn't usually leave the knives on the counter. This house had a habit of moving things around. This hasn't worked in a while. There was always some kind of fresh meat in the freezer. Sometimes we got venison, sometimes other things. Up high, where they should be. Once everything was prepped, I placed the lid on the pot, then moved it to the stove. I turned on the burner, then counted 30 seconds under my breath. And took it off at what I'd hoped to be the right time. Wow, it's turned out great. I knew what I was doing. Everything was always just perfect. After dinner, I went upstairs and prepared for bed. Upstairs was my personal hell. No matter how hard I worked, it always needed more from me. I used to be able to just go to sleep. I had hobbies. I liked reading. I liked this TV show as well. I used to wear beautiful dresses. Now it was all just rags and rags and rags. His sheets are the loudest. Your garden looks nothing like the ones in the magazines. I was done, for now. Finishing the day was like swimming up a waterfall, like staunching an artery, like saving a wilted flower. I closed the lid and started the machine. Calves aching, I crawled into bed. And finally, I was allowed to rest. The garden was like a child. It always needed something. I ought to be self-sufficient these days. Anything for hunger. Now I could focus on the garden. I went underneath the porch and got out the beet seeds. It was hot again today.
Don't listen to her.
Another sweltering
I think she's
humid
insane.
summer. I'm drenched head to toe.
You should plant the flowers
heat
instead.
Falling down my leg. I planted the beets, then I tilled the soil.
Good. Yes.
Oh, that feels so good.
Yuck. I don't know how you can stand doing this. Don't get me wrong. It's a good look for you. Clean yourself up so we can go inside.
There's not a thing in this garden that's still worthwhile. Once that was all done, I watered the tomatoes as well.
I think you need a little more sleep if you want to do more.
Empty.
Not like there's ever anything worth reading.
This house liked to sap my strength. They picked at me, and I starved often. But tonight was going to be different.
Severe weather issued from our county, West Virginia. Stay indoors. Heavy rain is expected and flash flooding is possible. Strong winds exceeding 50 miles per hour. Heavy rain and wind is expected to continue throughout the night.
Welcome home, Angie. Tonight's recipe is hearty venison stew. Noodles, venison, diced tomato, 2 sprigs of thyme. Count 30 seconds. There's no turning back. Dinner's ready.
The knife was out on the counter again. Chop, chop, chop. Just don't look up.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop it. Just stop. You do realize no one likes your cooking, right? Oh my goodness. Wait. You're just like her. Oh, nothing.
There was always some kind of fresh meat in the freezer. I liked fresh meat. I liked how it was cold. I liked how it felt in my hands.
It's just that, there's always help out there if you need it. And you look like you really need it.
Count with me from 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1.
It was awful. It was slow. I couldn't save this. They were going to starve. And it was my fault. I placed the pot on the table, set the plates, and called them to die. I couldn't save them. Upstairs was my personal hell. No matter how much I cleaned, no matter how hard I worked, it was always, always, and always, and always, and always. The garden is weary and lush. We will be hungry again.
Worthless bitch. Don't listen. Oh, please.
wasn't sure when this all started. I felt like I've been drowning for a really, really long time. And I've been drowning for so long that I'm
Your fingers of gold hair, your lips that little red. Your hair, a head full of fertile pollen, knitted into ribs of fragile bulbs, a corona around your lungs.
This is where you are picked upon and plucked upon,
Giving as the giver of nectar, of which
we devour and partake.
dinner
is ready.
The garden's like a child. It always needed something. But we ought to be self-sufficient these days. That was all I needed for tonight. Now, I focused on the garden. I went underneath the porch and got out the beet seeds. I never missed a day. Then, I tilled the soil. It was hot again today. Another sweltering, humid summer. I'm drenched head to toe, beads rolling down my leg. You can't afford to mope around like this. I was done. I always wanted to plant the flowers, but we needed space for the beets. It was hot again today. Another sweltering, humid summer. I'm drenched head to toe, beads rolling down my leg. I closed the lid and started the machine. What are you doing? I had hobbies. He's already gone. I still needed more ingredients. Where are you even supposed to be? I liked reading. I decided that I didn't care about the garden. I liked fresh meat. I liked how it was cold. You still need to cut up the tomatoes. I liked this TV show as well.
My legs, my fingers, my teeth.
After that, I watered the tomatoes as well. I didn't usually leave the knives on the counter. Sometimes you can see right through yourself. I placed the pot on the table and called them to dinner. Like I'm more whole than dinner is ready.
You can't listen to her.
Giving as the giver of nectar. Dinner is ready.
Yuck. I don't know how you can stand
It
doing
was
this.
sludge. The knife was out on the counter again.
I was this wilted flower, trapped in a vase.
I always tended to my garden.
I was this wilted flower, trapped in a vase.
Didn't
Like
finish all of it.
an
It's so
artery.
hazy today. Upstairs was my personal.
Where are you
The
going?
knife was out on the counter again.
It's so dirty down there. Stop it. Just stop.
She ripped all of my petals off.
Looks like
I
it
used
got
to be
worse. Able to just go to sleep.
Good. Yes.
I gotta chop up the
And then
tomato
I finally
first.
realized
You do realize no one likes your cooking, right?
thing.
I wanted to start.
There are the wicked seas
I
from
liked this
turmoil.
TV show as well. This hasn't worked in a while. There's not a thing in this garden that's still worthwhile.
Clean yourself up so we can go
The
inside.
garden's like a child. It always needed something.
My fault.